I'm about to show you what a $100 million renovation looks like on Royal Caribbean's ship Allure of the Seas. If you didn't know, my travel family has cruised 2 to 3 times a month all of 2024, and I've been on the ship maybe 10 times. I had so many complaints about the ship to make it absolutely perfect, and with this $100 million renovation, I think it might be one of my favorite ships, especially for the price tag. If you didn't know, I have a whole travel team that gives you the best budget cruises and to find you the best rooms at the best prices, so hit that link in bio. But my biggest complaint, because I love the ship and the price tag, was the pool deck. With this $100 million renovation, the pool deck got a major upgrade. So let's go through the whole ship, exactly the review of it, how it's improved, and what tips and tricks I can give you for this cruise ship. I'm going to take you through this whole ship deck by deck and show you all the new improvements, what they took out, what they added, and everything in between. And just for a little sneaky peeky, this is now one of my favorite cruise ships, especially for the price tag. This is a ginormous ship and these renovations are outstanding. So let's go through the pool deck, number 16 of exactly what's going on. Now, Allure is one of their biggest ships. It's not Icon, it's not Utopia, but this thing is absolutely massive. And you can just tell overlooking the pool deck. This thing does not just have one pool. It has multiple different pools, plenty of seating, all renovated, new chairs, new areas to sit. The hot tubs are absolutely fantastic. There's so many of them, and there's even cabanas that you can rent. Throughout the entire pool deck, there's multiple areas for bars. The Lime and Coconut is only on certain Royal Caribbean ships such as Wonder and just the larger ships, but they are one of my favorite bars. Drinking or non-drinking, one of their specialty is more of like a guava and coconut milk drink, and it's absolutely fantastic. No matter if you wanted shaded seats or to sit in the sun, if you want to tan, if you just want to sit down and relax and have a drink, morning or nighttime, they have so many different seating options that I'm so glad for, because there's a lot of people on a cruise ship, and to finally have seating has been fantastic. I had no issues trying to find seats for us for our whole entire week trip. Now let's go through the kids area, because I am a mom of 3. I have 3 little kids. Safety is always a priority. I love that they include swim vests, and there's multiple different sizes depending on your kid's size. But my favorite thing of the entire world that this renovation got was the splash pad area. It has barriers that is so much more safer for the kids. There's a larger water slide for my 8-year-old and 6-year-old that loved it. It's nice and large so they don't get too bored, and they even have a smaller kid area for like little babies that has no freestanding water, and it has barriers, and it's for kids that just have diapers, so they're separated from the little bit larger kids like my 8-year-old. Also, do you guys see how massive those water slides they added? They have 3 new large water slides. My 6 and 8-year-old could only go on 2 out of 3 of them, but if you're an adult, definitely do it, because those are thrill seeking. Honest opinion, pro tip, they also have cabana seating like I said earlier, but I wouldn't waste your money on it. They're kind of pricey, and they have so much great seating on the pool deck that it's not worth your money. But if you want quiet alone time, you definitely should check out the Solarium. It is the adults only area, and this place is really bougie. It is free, it's all included, and if you have a drinking pass, of course you can get your drinks here. On certain ships, they do have specialty dining for free here. They don't have it on the ship, but the pool deck area for this is amazing. It is more of an open and closed concept, if you can see in the ceiling area, which is great if it's raining, but it's also great if it's not going to get too hot in here. So you're covered when you need to and not when you're not. Now, this is not a party scene. This is not like a bachelor, bachelorette kind of area. That's more for the pool deck, because they always have live music and like a DJ out there. This is more of the relaxing, calming. You're in a hot tub. You have bartenders come bring you drinks. You have a nice little pool area. It's just very calm and mundane. Like, girl, if my kids were in kids club, my butt would be in here, because it is very nice and it feels very classy without like paying extra for anything. And you also don't have to come to the pool area. There's loungers and like nicer seats, so you can just come here and have a drink. Now, in the same area, we're going to be going to the Windjammer, which is their buffet. People go hard and crazy on cruise for buffets. That is not really my jam. And I'm not gonna lie, the buffet is pretty good when it needs to be, but I'm definitely not eating here every single day. Usually for dinner, if we don't want to sit at main dining with the 3 kids, we will just come here, because whatever they have at main dining, they will also have at the buffet plus extras. But this definitely got a little bit of a renovation, little sparkly action, very good little washy areas. I love all the big open windows, and it felt very clean and tidy, so I like it. And don't worry, we saw Mr. Washy all in his little outfits. If you know, you know, on TikTok, it is such a big deal on Royal Caribbean to wash your hands, and they make sure of that, because buffets get like dirty. People get sick from just the touching and the contamination and so forth. So many people touching utensils. Okay, let's keep going on. Same exact area where we have different areas for ping pong. A lot of people are taking advantage of. It's a lot of fun. It's completely free. And then one of the big new renovations, I'm so glad they brought us on Allure, was the mason jar. Now, sadly, this is not included. This is specialty dining, but it is a more cheaper option for specialty dining, such as Chops. The steakhouse is way more expensive. Girl, I got this for a deal. Like, I know how to scout the deals, and I got this for for very little. But this is Southern food. Baby girl, I have RV'd all of the United States and I've tried some amazing barbecue. One of the best ribs I've ever had. My husband agrees, my mother-in-law, my sister, they all said one of their best ribs they ever had in their life was from the Mason Jar. We had it again on this restaurant on Allure. It was fantastic. So please go there and get the ribs. 10 steps from Mason Jar. We're going back into more action. There is so much to do on this cruise ship. They have mini golf. Mini golfing is not my jam, but I know like people love it on cruise ships, but they did do a little new sparkly action, put in some new things, and they even have a little kiddie area. So we're separating the adults from the kids. And if you see, we have a zip line here as well. I haven't done it yet on a cruise ship. I don't know why I like zip lining, even though I'm like deathly afraid of heights, but I need to do it next time. I do love that the renovation had the little kid area separated from the adult section because I have extreme anxiety and I never want my kids to play with adults. I don't want them like messing someone's tea time up. Maybe it's just me. I just don't want to be an inconvenience to someone. So I always panic. So I love that they have a different area. Now I've never tried this, never will. The FlowRider. This is very popular. It is free. They have 2 different ones on each side of the abyss. And speaking of the abyss, this is a giant new thing that came onto Allure. A lot of the big ships such as Wonder, Utopia have these giant slides. I think it's like 10 stories high. Completely dry slide. It is free. Do it. It is so much fun. And my 4-year-old is finally tall enough, so he got to do it for the first time, and it was so much fun. And it all had like lights up and stuff. Now, what I just passed was like a shaved ice and bar thing. That is not included. The shaved ice is very good, but it's not included, so we don't really get it. Sports court is very typical for any cruise ship. They have some basketball, some tennis things going on. They do have some like activities here that a lot of people like to participate. I went on a friend's trip on this actual cruise ship, and they had dodgeball, and the guys had so much fun. So look into the menus of what they're doing, but it's typical. Now, Loco Fresh got a little bit of an update. This is a free, let me repeat, free Mexican restaurant. They used to have a Mexican restaurant on Allure on the boardwalk that you had to pay for, which made no sense because on the top they had free ones and I like swore it was the same food. So I'm so glad they replaced it, but this is right by the pool deck. I love to have this after the pool day for lunch. We sit here, we make some like loaded nachos and sit and eat it. And they have a little guacamole, salsa, cheesy bar, like to like load it up. So definitely go try it out because I didn't even know about this place. It's kind of hid in the back until like the 3rd time I was on Allure. So try it. It's free. Oh God, the arcade. Some people love the arcade. I guess it's great if maybe you're on like a winter trip or if it's raining. But my God, I spend so much money with the little kids. So I don't even go in here anymore because it's just like so pricey with 3 kids in my credit card. Like we're going to stay away from that, but it's a pretty good size. I really wish cruise ships, I don't think it'll ever happen, but I really wish cruise ships would make the arcade games so much cheaper. Like you're spending so much money. Like I don't need to spend $5, $10 a little game. Can we make it $1? Let's do that. Now, as we're walking our way to the other side of the ship, we of course had to get our free ice cream at Sprinkles. This still doesn't make any sense that there is no sprinkles on any of the royals besides like one. I think Utopia has actual sprinkles, but anyways, eat your heart and gold and as many ice creams as you can and go to the lime and coconut and get that guava coconut drink because it's phenomenal. I also did notice they have a whole bunch of water stations throughout the pool deck that is free that you can just get yourself, which it's an added touch because I'm a water connoisseur. Now, unfortunately, I cannot show you the Adventure Ocean Kids Club area, but this is a full massive renovation. It's identical to Wonder and the larger cruise ships. This is perfectly renovated. I can't even believe my eyes when I walk through this area because it used to be very outdated, and they have multiple different areas for kids depending on their age. They even have a theater with different puppet shows, which I highly recommend you do, and an indoor playground. Indoor playground was absolutely amazing during the winter time when we were cruising because it was raining and it was cold, and we could always go in this area and they can burn off some energy, especially like the little kids. Or if you're just waiting on Kids Club to open, you pop in here, let them run around and get their energies out before they go into Kids Club. Every night my kids go to Kids Club for about 2 hours and they have so much fun. They actually did so many activities every single night, making slime, Play-Doh, Pirates Night, guitar, rockstar night. They had a freaking blast. And they even have a art room that you can go in with the parents free time when you can do some art. So like I said, if it's raining or it's cold, you can go in there, get creative, and it's a lot of fun. And it's free. I get questions on Kids Club about how much it is. It is free unless you have a little baby in diapers and you have to sign them up ahead of time. So right when you get on the ship, sign them up for the slot because there's not that many slots because they can't take many babies that are in diapers, but it's super affordable. But if you have older kids like mine, all 3 kids have always been free. Now we go into my favorite area, which is make this so different, and I love Royal Caribbean ships for this. This is Central Park. This is in the hub and middle of the ship. I love when I need to cross from one side of the ship to the other. I love coming through this area and seeing all the real greenery. Yes, you heard me right. This is all real. And this is where all their main specialty dining is. This is Vintages, which is a wine bar. You can come in here with your drinking pass pass and get free wine and be like all fancy and stuff and sit outside. It's just wonderful. They have plenty of seating and loungers, and underneath this little glass area, they actually have live music every night, which is me and my husband's favorite thing to do, is to sit and relax and listen to live music. It's just, it's a grand old time. And they're middle of the ocean. Giovanni's is extra, but this is an Italian dinner restaurant, and I love the desserts here more than the actual food. It's so good. And one of my favorite places to eat on the ship is Park Cafe, which is free and included. And pro tip, I probably shouldn't tell you this, but the day you get on the ship, come here for lunch. Everyone runs to the buffet because everyone's starving on their travel day, and they don't even come here. You can get soup, salad, sandwiches, hot steak sandwiches, desserts, coffees, specialty drinks, everything here, and it's included. Especially coffee's not free, but if you have a drink pass, but regular coffee is. I hope that makes sense. Me and my daughter's favorite though, they do have a salad bar, which I absolutely love. And there's plenty of seating indoors and outdoors. Now, Homegirl's a budget baddie. So this is where I get all my drinks, because they even have oat milk and soy milk if you need to, or plant-based options with your coffee here. Plus they have the free juices, which we absolutely love. And then we can refill our water bottles right here as well. Now I love coming here for breakfast when they have a bagel bar, and I even come in for lunch, like I said. But pro tip, during breakfast time, they have boxed cereal, such as like Frosted Flakes and Special K. Always grab extra boxes and put it in the room when the kids are like hangry in the nighttime. You can just throw them a box of cereal, they can eat dry and they can have it. And then at lunchtime, they have Lay's potato chips, like just easy potato chip bags. So you can grab those, put those in your room as well. Girl, I'm giving you all the tips and tricks. I know all the ways. But biggest pro trip, especially if you have little kids, this is the best place to go duck hunting. A lot of people put their rubber ducks, if you didn't know, it's a whole thing on cruise ships. If you see it, find it, take it, it's good luck, and then rehide it if you want to, or take it home. But the rubber ducks are always hidden in this area, especially around dinner time. People like sneak them in the bushes, and my kids love coming in this area to hunt for it. This is also where Chops Grill is, which is one of my favorite steak restaurants. If you can, please come here. It is an extra charge. I always get discounts though. I always gut here. I have my ways. I always can get 30% off. However, Chops Grill is a steakhouse here. You can do indoor, outdoor seating, and it's absolutely phenomenal. And another pro tip, appetizers are all you can eat and desserts are all you can eat. So you can't get like 100 steaks, but get every freaking appetizer off that menu and eat it, because it's absolutely amazing. Next restaurant right next to it is 150 Central Park. Now this restaurant is okay. It's good for appetizers. However, it's a little pricey and it's a long experience. So if you want like a bougie 3-4 hour dinner, definitely go there and definitely get that garlic bread. That's absolutely phenomenal, but not my favorite. Right off Central Park, literally 10 steps, is Dazzles. I do not take advantage of this place. I think it's because I have the kids, but this has amazing music in the evening time. Look how it overlooks the boardwalk. You can see the little abyss slide in the background. Amazing seating, 2 stories. It is such a vibe. They usually play like rock music here, but it's great. You definitely need to check it out and add it to your calendar to come one night and just have a drink and hang out in this area. Now, if you're wondering how I got in so many cruise ships as a family of 5, because getting on for 5 is a little difficult sometimes, trying to be in all one room, especially if there's little kids involved. Now, if you're wondering how do I get on so many cruise ships as a family of 5, girl, I know how to find the deals, okay? This is my whole job, and I specialize in finding the best cruise deals, going far in advance to last minute vacations, family of 5 in one room to connecting rooms. I have a whole team that specializes in this. Now, it does not have to be Royal Caribbean. The cruise ships pay us. You guys do not pay us anything, not a dime, not a penny. We're here to hunt for the best deals. We're not trying to upcharge you. We're trying to decharge you. Does that make sense? So if you guys need help planning any of your cruises, hit the link below or in the description. I will have a team ready for you to help you anytime you need, because we're budget baddies. We're here together, okay? Getting back onto the tour, we are on level 6. Now, this is an iconic bar. This is a Schooner bar. This is where you can hear Piano Man. This is where you get a whiskey. This is where you get an espresso martini that's pretty good here. Amazing mocktails. The list goes on. This is a vibe. Come here at least one night. Also, if you didn't know, there's not all the same drinks at every single bar. Even the specialty dining places, you can go into most of the specialty dinings and get your drink, even if you have a dining pass and don't have to pay anything for it. So make sure you go to different bars and try their specialty drinks. Like this one has amazing mocktails because I'm a mocktail drinker. Or if you're doing an espresso martini, they have some good ones here. Now let's head to the boardwalk. This is one of my favorite areas with the kids, but this place is so much fun and just so unique for a cruise ship. There's a lot that goes on here, and if you have your little kids, make sure you watch your calendar, because they had 2 on this week of a special family day on the boardwalk where they had a whole bunch of music going and balloons and games, and it was a lot of fun. Face painting. Now let's get on to the free things. There is a hot dog area where you can get a vegetarian one as well, and different like apple sausage dogs and bratwurst. So if you want the iconic circus dog, you can have that while enjoying the boardwalk. It's very iconic. The main attraction is the carousel, which is completely free. You can go on it 100 times in a row if you want to. And they also have an ice cream parlor that you have to pay extra for, before. It's never really busy, and I think it's kind of a waste. We can get free ice cream at the pool deck, so that's whatever. But in the morning times, this area is really cool. I'm really glad they kept it because a lot of ships don't have it. I actually don't know any besides Allure that has the donut wall. This is only open earlier in the morning. I think it closed it at 10. Yep, 10 o'clock they close, but you can get donuts and coffee, and it's really fun to do one morning. They do have some stores on board. The coolest ones I think are on the boardwalk area because I have little kids, so it's a lot more fun. But this is where I saw the iconic jelly cats that went absolutely viral on TikTok, and you can even customize them here, and you can actually customize bags here as well. So pop in and take a look. They say they have Candy Beach, but there's really not that much candy here. It's kind of like prepackaged jelly beans and chocolate bars, but if you need something sweet, you can go right there. And the boardwalk did get a massive renovation, such as playmakers, which I'm so glad they brought. This is a sports bar. Unfortunately, it is extra for the food, but if you drink pass and you want to see some sports and have your beer, that is free. But this place is definitely fun, especially when there's like Sunday night football. My husband's a huge Steelers fan, so coming here, watching the game, it's a lot of fun. Now, I have a little bit of conspiracy when it comes to playmakers. For the chicken wings that you can get here, you have to pay extra per plate, right? Well, with room service, you can get chicken wings, unlimited amount of chicken wings, unlimited amount of anything for room service is $7.95. Why does the chicken wings taste exactly the same and I only have to pay $7.95 and I can get like 50 orders in my bed? I don't know if it's true, but they are good, whatever ship that has playmakers on it. Now, if you're on deck 15 or 16 where the abyss slide is, when you take your dry slide all the way down, you end up at the boardwalk, which is so much fun. You're going down really quickly and you have so much more fun to explore in, such as Johnny Rockets. Now, Johnny Rockets can be free or not free. They do have specialty dining technically for lunch and dinner, which is the lowest cost that you could get specialty dining on the whole entire ship. However, for breakfast, which a lot of people don't know, it is completely free. But they close around like 10 a.m. So make sure, well, it's not that early, but make sure you're there early enough, watch the times, and get there for breakfast to have your free Johnny Rockets. It's so good. And they have like a bacon milkshake, which is iconic. Allure did keep their little hacky patch things, which our kids love. And this is where the Aqua Theater is. They do have an Aqua show at nighttime, which I highly recommend if you go on any Royal Caribbean ship. They're all different for their Aqua show. It's amazing. They're high divers. The pool is right there. That little blue tarp is. Crazy, absolutely phenomenal. Also, if you can, try to make reservations for the Aqua show just so you can get like the best seat and get your drink and get comfortable. But if you don't fret, just wait in line and go see it. It's absolutely amazing. And pro tip, you see where the rock climbing wall is right there? You can actually stand there if there's no seats and watch the Aqua show. A lot of people don't know that. And I'm speaking of rock climbing, there's 2 different walls that you can do, and they have specialty times for like fast races for adults and kids, and it's a lot of fun. My kids love it. Just make sure you bring your sneakers. Now, let me show you a little bit of main dining, and depending on what time your time slot is and where you're staying in your room is, you go on a different floor for your reservation, but it's literally one giant room, just multiple different floors. Main dining is included, and if you're coming on a week vacation, make sure you go on elegant night. You don't have to dress up, but they give you steak and free lobster, and every person gets lobster. So even my kids got lobsters. So if you only have to go to main dining once, make sure you go on fancy night. I have a lot of tips and tricks with main dining, especially with like breakfast time. They have sea day brunch, which I highly recommend. It's so good, and it gets you out of the difference of just like the basic cruise breakfast, because once you're on here for a week, you don't want to have the same things. You want to switch it up. And a lot of people don't know, which I talk about all the time on TikTok, as the disembarkment. Instead of like trying to fight the buffet to get food with everyone else before you leave, you actually come here for breakfast and have like a full dining delicious experience, and you don't have to like fight with people. There's never lines. It's a great time. Come here on disembarkment day. Going back into the middle of the ship, this is the Royal Promenade. This is on level 5. This is where you can cross from one side of the ship all the way to the other. There's a lot of things happening here. They added a new thing, which they got rid of the bionic bar. Thank God, because that thing was so dumb. You had to pay extra for it and no one ever did it. They finally got the Pesky Parrot, which is a super cool like tiki bar. You can get frozen drinks. Very much a vibe. I love the atmosphere, and they even have the bird that talks. If you have a drinking pass, your drinks are included. You just got a different vibe and different drinks. So make sure you go to different bars, like I said, and try out the new funky drinks. Now, in the promenade that I don't show, they have a lot of different shopping options, such as Pandora, which I haven't seen here. I think that's new. Also, different shops if you want to get Royal Caribbean merch, or if you want the little magnets and all that kind of stuff, or even makeup, it's duty free. Also, this is where the concierge is, and you can get help with your Wi-Fi as well. But I didn't show you guys the moving bar that you guys should do once. It's not crazy cool, but it's cool to do at least once. It goes from Central Park, which is like the greener area where Chops is, and it brings you down. You see where those fountains are right there, and it brings you all the way down to the promenade. So just go on it once. It's free. Get your little drink, go up and down. I think it's like 15-20 minutes, but it's iconic. You got to do it once. This is a main hub where a lot of people come. This is where the balloon drop is that we had so much fun that they don't do in all cruise ships. They also have parades here sometimes, entertainment. There's a lot going down here, especially in the evening time. This is also where they have multiple different pop-up areas where you can take the cheesy cruise pictures that so many people love. Those are extra, but if you want to take those pictures, this is the area they do it in the evening time and only during certain hours. But hey, if you're all fancy and dressed up for elegant night, come down here and take some quick photos. You never know, they might come out nice. Now, take full advantage of Cafe Promenade. They have an amazing coffee bar. This is the same coffee bar, I think, though, as that it's in Central Park that I talk about that no one ever goes to. You can get Starbucks-like drinks that are included with your drinking pass without paying the Starbucks price tag. Because there is a Starbucks inside the Promenade that you have to pay extra for, but you're pretty much getting the same thing there. So go there, you can grab light bites, like quick little breakfast things, little desserts, little things, snacks. So go in there, coffee, desserts, snacks, that's where I would go. Another fun, cool bar, they do have an Irish bar right across from Sorrento's where there's a pizza area. But this area is really fun to have like a darker roast beer. I'm not a drinker, so I don't really know what it's called. Or really fun martinis. And they also have live music here a lot of the nights. But it's definitely a different vibe and a feel on a cruise ship. So if you're into that, definitely come here and check it out because they do have some fancy drinks. And like I said, they're included with the drinking pass. I know espresso martinis are like all the rage, but if you go to one bar and it's not good, make sure you go try it at a different bar. I mean, you can get unlimited, so you can just toss if you don't like it, but certain bars will have fresh espresso and some won't. So make sure you get the good one. That area and the piano bar upstairs is very good. Now, Sorrento's. This is the pizza place that everyone needs to get every single day. It is the unlimited free pizza. This is open until like 3 in the morning. So if you're clubbing, yes, I do have a club on here. If you're clubbing late at night and you want something, come here. We get this every night. It's a thing. And if you need vegetarian and they also have gluten-free, they can get that for you as well. And on the first night at midnight, they did have a balloon drop and a party, which was so much fun. They do not do this on every cruise ship, so I was super excited to see it on Allure. And this is the first time seeing it on Allure, so it was definitely a special moment, and my kids absolutely loved it. But make sure you pop them at the end because you don't want any of that rubber going into the ocean. Like I said earlier, there's a lot of shopping that goes down here, and even more at nighttime, they'll have more pop-ups. But to the right is Boleros. This is more of a Spanish-style play area, and it gets live at nighttime. Like at nighttime, this is a vibe. They have so much great music. People are dancing. There's different kind of cocktails. It's a lot of fun. Across from that is On Air, which is like a karaoke bar. It's a totally different vibe. So much fun. If you're going with a group of people, you have to come here. You're just gonna make great memories here, making a fool out of themselves. They have specialty drinks here, and it's just a lot of memories to be made here, per se. There's so much to do on this cruise ship. I was here for 7 days and I couldn't even get everything done in one shot. And that's a lot for coming from someone who cruises so often and I'm used to the cruising life. There's a lot to do. If you want laser tag, they have a crazy laser tag that's only open certain days. Come and do that. They have rock climbing. They have ice skating. Those are all free. Those giant water slides, the dry slides, the surf thing, those are all free. Go do it. It's so much fun. And if you're a drinker and want to try specialty drinks, every single bar has specialty drinks. So go like make a little clan collection out of it and have fun. Now here's the Starbucks I was talking about. This is extra and the app doesn't work, so be aware of that. But if you have the drinking pass, like I said, go to Cafe Promenade. It's pretty much the same. Now, Mamma Mia. If you love Broadway or Mamma Mia, this is actually fantastic. I've seen it now 3 times. It is a long Broadway show, but it's phenomenal. Like the singing, the props, everything was great. So definitely go see it. Now they do have a jogging trap and a really actually beautiful gym, but I'm not about that life, so I won't be touching that at all during my cruise ship. But if you're a healthy nut, you can go over there and go run or do whatever. Now we're on level 4. This is where a lot of like adult things are happening. This is where the casino is. They have a non-smoking and a regular smoking area. This is where the comedy show is. And the ship is so massive. If you don't know where things are or things to do, they have these like big pads that you can look in and browse, and they have maps everywhere. I haven't dabbled into Blaze, but Blaze can be like a nightlife kind of thing where like parties go on. They actually have shush parties with like the big headphones, so it's like completely silent but fun. They also have the comedy show, which the comedians are actually really good here. Make sure you make a reservation for that because that usually gets packed up quickly. But pro tip, on the last night, you can go see it with no issue. They'll do it in the main city area, which is Studio B. Studio B is where you can do the laser tag, you can do the free ice skating, or they even have an ice skating show here. So definitely go in that area. It's a lot of fun. Now, I don't know what is up with the cruises and the art galleries. I do not understand it. If you're going on a cruise and you're actually buying a piece of art, can you let me know down in the comments? I don't know anyone who actually does this, and I feel like they could do something better with their time in the area, but whatever. We're getting into the main casino area. This is like where people can smoke. Now, if you like going to the casino on cruise ship, this one is absolutely massive. Like I showed you earlier was the completely non-smoking one. This is just like the regular hub one that I'm showing. It's huge. They have so many tables, different slot machines. They have a giant bar, but this one's the same size, I think, as Utopia, because I was just recently on that one. And for Utopia being one of the biggest ships in the world, and this one having the exact pretty much same layout of the casino, is mind-boggling. Also, if you're a casino person that gets casino offers, baby girl, my travel agency can get you the cruise deals plus the casino offers, double whammy with the free play. Girl, I got you. I promise you, I can get you the best deals. I'm going to link it all in the description. A lot of people don't know that. You can double whammy with the casino deals plus travel agency deals. It's magical when you put both of them together. They also have 2 specialty restaurants on this actual floor, which I didn't even know about. And for a while, I had to see on the map and I was like, oh, they actually have the chef's table here. I had no idea. This is more of a fancier night, chef tables. I'm going to show it in a section. I've never been here. Don't really have a desire to be here. It's super bougie. You have like a private party. Maybe if you're getting married, I would want to do this for like one of the nights out or the night you get married to have everyone together. If it's a smaller wedding, I'm going too much into this. This is really fancy. You have a private dinner with certain people, but keep going. They also have azumi, which is very good. This is hibachi and sushi. Super fun, super entertaining, super delicious. I've had this a few times. Highly recommend, especially when it's your birthday. They make like a big deal out of it, and I really love that. But this is very important. If you want to come here, make sure you make reservations, number 1, ahead of time or right when you get on the ship, because there is not many chairs. No matter what the ship is, any kind of cruise line, nothing. When it comes to the hibachi, they never have enough seats, so they sell out very quickly. So make sure you get those reservations in quickly. But if you just want sushi, not hibachi, those are usually more flexible, more open, and you can book just the sushi side if you want to do that, which is very good. They do it right in front of you. It's delicious. Now we're on health and wellness. This is a Vitality Spa. Some of the Royal Caribbeans will have a juice bar. This one does not. It's a full fancy bougie spa. You can get your nails in, you can get your hair done, you can get massages, you can do everything in here. Now, girl, I am not about that gym life, but to get to the gym, you have to walk through the spa, and it is a massive gym, very clean, huge. So if you want to run on that treadmill and look at the ocean, definitely can do it here. Has fancy water and fancy towels, but it's very nice. It's good for a cruise ship. With this $100 million renovation, you can definitely see it. I've seen so many different upgrades. I've been on the ship so many times, and now this is one of my top 3 favorite ships just because it is more of a lower budget for a giant cruise ship. There is so much to do on this ship, but this is my first official long-form cruise ship tour, so let me know down in the comments if there's another ship I should try next. If you're a budget baddie looking for a discount cruise, hit that link in bio because I have an expert team specializing to find you the best budget cruise. And even if you have a larger family, I know how it is connecting rooms or having 3 kids in one room. My team specializes it. So hit the link in bio because there's a lot more coming and they're here to work for you for free.